On the African savanna, the hunts of lions have been repeating for thousands of years, like an unchangeable law of nature. Lions, pack predators that rely on coordination and strength to bring down their prey. But every hunt is a challenge. The prey does not stand still. They run. They fight back. And they battle for survival. The chase explodes. The distance closes. And the final pounce decides everything. These are the classic battles between lions and their prey, where every moment carries the weight of life or death. The long dry season on the African savanna leaves the ground cracked and water sources dried up. The yellowed grass grows tall, obscuring visibility and creating a risky environment for herbivores, but an ideal hiding place for the hunters. Adult zebras weigh more than 660 pounds and have a digestive system that requires them to drink water every day. This urgent need forces the zebra herd to risk venturing deep into the tall grass. In this obscured environment, their vision is severely limited. They rely almost entirely on their hearing to detect any sound. Ahead of them, a pride of lions is facing intense hunger. Their large bodies cause lions to burn energy very quickly and overheat easily if they chase prey under the blazing sun. Instead of running after the prey, they choose an ambush strategy. The thick pads under their paws allow lions to move in complete silence. They spread out and lie low in the tall grass, maintaining absolute silence as they wait. To survive in adversity, calmness is sometimes more important than raw physical strength. A thirsty zebra unwittingly steps right into the ambush position. At a distance of only 2 paces, the lioness suddenly springs up, sinking her claws deep into the zebra's shoulder and dragging its massive body down to the ground. Taken by surprise, the zebra struggles violently and delivers a powerful backward kick strong enough to shatter a predator's skull. Immediately, 3 other lions charge in together, using their full weight to pin down the animal's legs, completely neutralizing the dangerous kick and delivering the decisive bite. The battle ends quickly, proving that the peak of victory for the strong never lasts forever without discipline and unity. Their precise pack coordination allowed the lion pride to completely eliminate the zebra's dangerous resistance on the harsh savanna. The scent of blood from the freshly killed zebra spreads through the air, signaling a zone full of danger. This brief meal does not slow the pace of survival. On the contrary, it triggers heightened alertness in the rest of the zebra herd. A lioness decides to hunt alone, targeting an adult zebra. Lions possess a unique shoulder bone structure that allows their front legs to reach maximum extension when seizing prey. But hunting without the pack always carries extreme risk. Her opponent has eyes positioned on the sides of its skull, providing a wide field of view that extends even behind its back. Combined with that, the zebra's hind leg muscle and bone system functions like a mechanical lever, enabling it to deliver incredibly powerful kicks with its hard keratin hooves. When facing an enemy, staying calm, observing carefully, and timing the counterattack provides far higher chances of survival than simply panicking and fleeing. The lioness presses her body low against the grass, silently closing the distance before exploding forward with full force. It leaps forward with both front paws, aiming straight at the zebra's hindquarters, forcing the zebra to break into a full gallop. The moment the lion's claws make contact, the zebra maintains its running momentum and delivers a series of powerful kicks backward. The hard hooves slam directly into the lion's chest and face with terrifying force, hurling the lioness to the ground and forcing her to abandon the hunt in pain. This painful failure confirms that every poorly calculated solo attack on the savannah comes at the cost of injuries that can directly threaten life. The metallic scent of blood from the zebra carcass quickly spreads on the wind, breaking the temporary silence of the savannah. The lion pride's meal has barely begun before it becomes a target that attracts the most opportunistic and aggressive scavengers. Griffon vultures soar at heights of thousands of feet, using their extremely sharp vision to spot carcasses and descend. Their noisy activity serves as a clear signal that points out the exact location to the spotted hyenas. Hyenas possess jaws with a bite force of up to 1,100 pounds per square inch, easily crushing even the hardest bones. However, their most dangerous power lies in their ability to communicate. The distinctive high-pitched calls of the hyenas carry for many kilometers, acting like an urgent summons. In the blink of an eye, this sound draws dozens of other hyenas from all directions. The lion pride, which has just expended a great deal of energy to bring down the zebra, now faces a large army. Trying to defend the kill against the overwhelming numbers of hyenas is a risk that drains enormous amounts of strength. The hyena clan's circle quickly closes in around the lions guarding the zebra carcass. They move chaotically, emitting piercing calls and coordinating sneak attacks from every direction to distract their opponents. The battle erupts as the lion pride loses patience and charges forward to fight back. But every time a lion leaps out to drive the hyenas away from the front, the clan immediately swarms in from behind, biting and tearing. The relentless pressure from overwhelming numbers and powerful bites completely breaks the lion's defensive formation, forcing them to abandon their kill and retreat to avoid serious casualties. This clash proves that the disciplined power of the many can completely overpower even the largest predators. On the harsh savanna, the one who personally brings down the prey is not always the one who gets to enjoy the meal. After the painful failure against the zebra, the lion pride is forced to change its target. The high alertness of the zebra herd makes any further approach useless. The gnawing hunger immediately drives the predators to turn their attention to a nearby herd of wildebeest that is moving and resting close by. Adult wildebeest can weigh up to 550 pounds. While grazing, they often keep their heads low to the ground, severely limiting their field of vision and reducing their ability to detect threats hiding directly in front of them. Taking precise advantage of this weakness, the lioness uses her extremely flexible spine to press her entire body flat against the dry yellow grass. The lion's muscle structure contains a high proportion of fast twitch fibers, giving her the ability to burst forward at speeds of up to 50 miles per hour in just a few seconds. However, this biological structure drains energy extremely quickly. Patiently hiding and waiting for the prey to step into short range is the only survival strategy that ensures a chance of success. The lioness lowers her body, remaining completely motionless beneath the dry grass. A wildebeest is slowly grazing closer to the ambush area. The moment the distance becomes optimal, the lioness launches herself forward, stretching her spine to maximize her stride and beginning the chase. Taken by surprise, the wildebeest panics and flees. The lioness's overwhelming burst of speed allows her to close the gap on her target after just a few strides. Using the power of her muscles, she slams the prey to the ground and quickly clamps her jaws around its throat, allowing the rest of the pride to rush in and share the valuable meal. This flexibility in changing targets demonstrates the sharp tactical intelligence of the predator. The ability to utilize explosive speed and accurately assess the opponent's weaknesses is the key to staying alive on the harsh savanna. On the vast African savanna in East Africa, the Great Migration creates a vivid and dangerous spectacle. Hundreds of thousands of wildebeest, zebras, and other herbivores move across the dry golden grasslands and scattered bushes in search of fresh grazing land and water. The great rivers, such as the Mara River, now become deadly choke points. Powerful currents, muddy banks, and the intense daytime heat create the highest risk of the entire year for every species. As the wildebeest herds migrate, the lions are also forced to follow in order to hunt. This journey requires them to cross powerful rivers, places where even the top hunters of the savannah lose their familiar advantage. In the middle of the fast-flowing river, two rulers from two completely different worlds are about to collide. On land, lions live in prides with a tightly structured social system, where the lionesses are the primary hunters. They coordinate with sophisticated strategy, dividing roles, surrounding and luring their prey. Underwater, the Nile crocodile reigns as one of Africa's most ancient ambush predators. It possesses thick armored skin, the ability to control its breathing to remain motionless for hours or even days, and an incredibly powerful bite force capable of crushing large bones. The lion pride is cautiously crossing the river to keep up with the wildebeest herd. They step into the water with extreme alertness. Suddenly, a Nile crocodile surges upward from the bottom with lightning speed, powered by its muscular tail. Its massive jaws lock onto an adult lion. Even as the lion struggles violently and the rest of the pride tries to help, the crocodile uses all its body strength to drag the victim deeper underwater. Underwater, the crocodile is almost unbeatable thanks to its flexible movement and powerful spinning technique that quickly exhausts the prey. This is clear proof that underwater, the strength and agility of the Nile crocodile render even the lion helpless. But when everything happens on land, the roles are completely reversed. In another area of Masai Mara, the river's water level has dropped, forcing a large crocodile to move across land in search of a new water source. At this moment, it becomes slow and clumsy due to its heavy body and the loss of its underwater advantage. A pride of lions quickly spots the opportunity and seizes it. With collective intelligence, the lion pride surrounds the crocodile from multiple directions, coordinating simultaneous attacks on its vulnerable points on land, the neck, back, and legs. Despite the crocodile's powerful resistance, it cannot withstand the strength and agile speed of the entire lion pride. In the end, the lions bring down the crocodile and turn it into a meal. These two situations highlight the stark difference between the two domains. The Nile crocodile demonstrates superior ambush power, perfect camouflage, and sudden attack speed underwater. On land, however, the lions become the rulers thanks to the power of the pack, intelligent strategic coordination, and the ability to exploit the moment when the prey is vulnerable. On the African savanna, both lions and Nile crocodiles are apex predators, but each is truly dominant only in its own territory. Their clashes remind us of nature's delicate balance, where no species is absolutely invincible, and every creature must accept risk to survive. The conflict between these two giant predators continues every great migration season in East Africa. On the vast African savanna, especially at Masai Mara in East Africa, the Great Migration brings hundreds of thousands of wildebeest and zebras moving in massive herds. This is one of the most impressive natural phenomena on the planet, lasting from July to October, when the herbivores must cross large rivers in search of fresh grazing land. The powerful currents of the Mara River are not just a geographical boundary, they are the site of the harshest survival test. At rivers like the Mara River, the fast-flowing water creates a deadly frontier. This is the moment when underwater predators wait for their opportunity. Between the fast-flowing river and the golden grassy banks, two completely different worlds are about to collide. On land, zebras and wildebeest move with agile speed, always staying in large herds to protect one another. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles wait in silence, ancient ambush hunters with terrifying strength and patience. The herds of zebras and wildebeest gather densely along the riverbank. They hesitate for a moment, then begin plunging into the powerful current. Hundreds of animals push and shove against each other, creating total chaos. Zebras and wildebeest move very quickly on land, but once they enter the water, they become slow and vulnerable to attack. Beneath the surface, Nile crocodiles lie perfectly hidden. They camouflage extremely well, exposing only their eyes and nostrils above the water, patiently waiting for hours. As the panicked herd rushes into the river, the crocodiles suddenly surge upward from the bottom with astonishing speed. Its massive jaws clamp down on the leg of a zebra. The prey struggles violently, but cannot break free. The crocodiles quickly drag it deeper underwater. Then comes the death roll, a violent spinning motion beneath the surface. This spinning motion uses the powerful body and tail to tear the prey's skin and flesh apart. Even the fastest runners on the savannah become helpless against the force coming from beneath the water. The attacks by Nile crocodiles are never random. They choose the perfect moment when the prey is exhausted from the long journey and panicked in the fast-flowing water. Their perfect camouflage, combined with sudden speed and crushing jaw power, makes them the undisputed rulers of the boundary between land and water. After bringing down the prey, the crocodiles drag the carcass underwater to consume it. During the Great Migration, Nile crocodiles demonstrate their remarkable ability to adapt. They can wait long periods between meals and take full advantage of the chaos created by the herds. Zebras and wildebeest, despite their speed on land, pay a heavy price when they enter the crocodile's domain. In the wild, the line between survival and death is sometimes just a river. The ambush power, camouflage, and sudden speed of the Nile crocodile remind us that no species is invincible. Every creature must face challenges to maintain nature's balance. The Great Migration and the river hunts in East Africa continue every year. When the water becomes calm again, a heavy silence settles over everything. One battle ends, but the price is always another life. The crocodile retreats into the dark water. The lions return to the savannah, but hunger will soon draw them back. Here, there is no absolute victory, only those who survive longer. One small mistake can decide everything. And just when it seems everything has ended, somewhere along the riverbank, another ambush has already begun in silence.